On the first day after Sabbath, when the woman came to Jesus' tomb, they were astonished to see that the stone sealing the entrance had been rolled away. When they entered the tomb, Jesus was nowhere to be seen. Instead, a young man told them that Jesus has risen and instructed them to tell this news to his disciples. Overwhelmed with fear, the woman fled from the tomb and said nothing to anyone. Then the Lord himself appeared to Mary Magdalene and told her to go and tell the disciples that she had seen him, but they still did not believe. Later, 2 of the disciples encountered the Lord, yet even their testimony was not accepted by the others. Finally, the Lord himself appeared to his disciples and rebuked them for their unbelief and hardness of heart. This is because the difference between believing the Lord's resurrection and not believing leads to entirely different results, whether or not the promise of salvation and resurrection is fulfilled. The Lord desires that people believe in him even without seeing him. That is why he did not reveal himself at first, but had them listen to the testimony of others. It is the same with how we came to believe as well. When we listen to and believe the words of those who came before us, the Lord gives us an unwavering hope by testifying to it. Our hope is in the resurrection, even if we have been justified by the merits of the Lord. This justification does not automatically lead us to eternal life. To receive eternal life, we must overcome death and experience resurrection. Yet, this is something no human being by nature could ever even dream of. No one in this world has the power to defeat death. But that overwhelming power of death was completely defeated before the Lord. This means that the power of sin, which brought about death, was defeated before him. The Lord did not rise by his own power, no matter how sinless a person may be. He cannot rise again after death on his own, and no matter how powerful he may be, he cannot break through the wall of death. The Lord rose because God raised him. Though the Lord redeemed humanity's sin through his death, if he had not been raised, we too would be unable to overcome the wall of death. In that case, we would enjoy the benefit of forgiveness only during our time on this earth. But after leaving this world, we would be no different from unbelievers. If that were the case, why should we devote ourselves so passionately to our life of faith while we are on this earth? Without resurrection, we would be the most pitiable people in the world. But Jesus Christ did rise from the dead. Through his resurrection, he broke the power of death and opened the way for us to live again. Just as Jesus was raised from the dead, we who are in him will also be raised. And the fact that we have received the forgiveness of sins through the merits of the Lord will exert its full power in the glorious splendor on that day. The bondage of sin that once held us was broken through the resurrection of the Lord. So we must not let sin entangle us again. The hope of resurrection that has been given to us must never be shattered. We have been set free from the first man, Adam, and now belong to the last Adam who overcame the power of sin and death. Therefore, we must cling to him with all our hearts. Let us cast off our pride so that sin leading to death can no longer rule over us. Let us humbly devote ourselves to proclaiming the Lord's resurrection so that we may succeed in our faith unto eternal life.